coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Walk On Weekly with your hosts, Nebraska men's basketball players Sam Hoiberg and Jeff Grace III. This is Walk On Weekly.
All right, welcome into the Walk On Weekly in the new setup. Again, I am Harrison Arns on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. We got the host, as always, Jeff Grace III, Sam Hoiberg here in studio with us. And guys, I'm just going to kind of start off with the easy question. What do you think of the new studio?
Lovely. Can't go wrong with it, honestly. Honestly, shows you what money can do.
Yeah, shows you what money can do. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, this place is big time. I feel real professional right now. I'm just really excited to keep working here. And the coffee shop is a great addition too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem for me. I've gotten a hot vanilla latte every single time so far. So I don't know. They mentioned that they're gonna have the employee discount coming here pretty soon, which is gonna be nice because that's gonna be draining my wallet. But nonetheless, yeah, it's just super nice. The window's great. It's kind of funny. Some of the people, you can tell dogs can be a big distraction. We've had a few people really lock in on those. But yeah, other than that, it's just been awesome. And then you guys do have the opening night with Husker Hoops on September 29th. And I have a few questions about that, but what's kind of the excitement for that? And we'll talk about the performance after as well.
Say that one more time, sorry.
What are you guys kind of excitement going in opening night with Husker Hoops, and kind of what is that night for you guys? It's more of an opportunity for the fans to kind of check in on what you guys have been up to. But what's something that the players really look forward heading into that? I
would just say, like, especially for the new guys, like the atmosphere, kind of like what it actually will be like in Pinnacle Bank Arena. Just them kind of getting acclimated to like what's going on and like how much these fans really love us and like really care about us and just want us to succeed in the best way possible. So I think just for them, it's a great moment for them because a lot of other colleges, like, you don't really feel like that type of energy when it comes that way. So I feel like at the end of the day, like they always say, there's no place like Nebraska.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say definitely just getting back in front of the fans again. It's just such a great atmosphere playing there and getting a chance because it's been so long since February since we played in front of them, and you get to see the football games. You kind of start craving it, and then you just get a little bit of a taste of it before you really get going. But yeah, and then obviously just the concert stuff is really cool. It's just the whole excitement, and then we play Michigan the next day. I kind of think the whole weekend's kind of a package deal almost, and it just gets the fans into the season and gets us kind of locked in for what's to come.
Yeah, and it's always nice again. And again, it's not just men's, but obviously the women's team, we get to see those guys as well. But it is DDG to perform after. Are you guys familiar with him? I actually had to look him up. It's not part of my wheelhouse.
I'm familiar with him. He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
Like he is an artist.
He originated off YouTube? Or
yeah, pretty much. That's what most people know him off of.
Okay, so kind of the music route through YouTube. Okay. Yeah.
And his nephew, Doo-Wop.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta look it up to like know about it, but like that's where like a lot of people know him off of YouTube, I would say.
Okay, yeah, because I was just surprised because I didn't know him because Moonwalking in Calabasas. Does that ring a bell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great song. Actually, didn't know that was DDG.
Yeah, that'd be him.
Yeah, that song is on my playlist.
Yep, and
I don't know him very well, so
because that one went like, double platinum, so that's why I was wondering if really that one. Song. And he started his own record label, Zooted Music, which is just a great name. But yeah, no, I was curious if you guys were familiar with him. So
he's also dating Ariel from Little Mermaid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that actually should be good. I should actually check that out because I didn't realize, looking through his music, he's got a ton of listens. So he's actually super popular. So I was kind of surprised I didn't know him. But moving on here, we also got the Big Ten schedule coming out. You guys have a ton of home games early on. It starts with Minnesota. Big Ten tournament ends in Minnesota, so that you go on the road. But what is that kind of for you guys as a team? Do you really think about having the opportunity to have so many early home games to kind of build that momentum?
Yeah, it's really important to get off to a hot start in the Big Ten. Obviously, last year we didn't do that, and we really had to climb back and only finished 500, which had we started better, we could have been top half had we just done a little bit better at the start of the season. And we had tough away games to start last season with Indiana was our second home game. Purdue was our first one at home, and they were number 1 in the country at the time. Still think we should have won that game, but we didn't. So we started 0-2, and we were doing still pretty good at that part of the season. And those 2 really tough games kind of bumped us down a little bit. Then we played at Michigan State. We had a tough game at Minnesota, beat them. But yeah, just being able to have a bunch of home games to start is going to be huge for our confidence. Hope we can get those wins off of those and really get some good momentum going for the rest of the conference schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's just huge to kind of get that momentum, especially with this year's roster. I think a lot of people are excited to see what you can be. Obviously, K-State Tominaga being a huge part of him coming back, but also just kind of see how these new guys plug and fit. And I think it's going to be a good taste for Nebraska fans, kind of see what it looks like early on. And I've seen a lot of buzz on Coach Howard. What are your guys' thoughts on him, on what he's bringing to the table?
Coach Howard, he's a great guy, honestly. Like, he will be there for you, the coach, person, like, overall, just and like every day in practice, he brings like the energy, as he calls it, the juice. But he just motivates us to be better each and every day, and wants us to kind of enjoy the time we have together, I would say, because like we can't really take it for granted because at any moment it can be gone, as we know last year from the injuries and everything. So I would say great person, great coach. Glad to have him with us, and he's been a great factor.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sam, anything to add on to that before we kind of switch over to Damian Lillard's crazy media run that he's had these past few weeks?
Yeah, Coach Howard is like, he's such a good relationship guy too, which I think is an underrated part of coaching. And I've gotten super close with him, and great guy to crack jokes with, but also great basketball mind as well. He's kind of taken the right-hand man to my dad with the offense this off season, and he's just been really good to have him around, and he's a great motivator, like Jeff said, and a great individual workout guy to go to for your workout. So yeah, he's just got a really wide skill set as a coach that is very helpful for us.
And another thing is like also with him being so young, we all like kind of can like, relate to him because like he's like, I mean, he's a young coach.
Yeah, how old is he? He doesn't. He looks like a young coach, but not like
exactly.
he's not like Garrett McGuire young.
No, I think he's mid-30s probably.
Mid-30s, okay.
Mid-30s for sure.
Yeah,
but just like him, like bringing his kids around, like I feel like those are the little moments that like all add up in the end.
Absolutely. And we'll talk more Husker hoops the closer and closer we get to the season. We could just talk about the Big Ten schedule, but again, we're just gonna be picking wins and losses here, which is something you don't want to even do at this point in time. And we'll get more into that. Yeah.
Undefeated.
I like it. We'll take that. So again, that segment would have taken like 2 minutes. It would have been too easy. But I do want to move on because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Damian Lillard, but he has been all over social media lately. And I got a bunch of quotes for him. And I just kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on him. His first one, just because we've talked about it, and I kind of want to pin on this conversation with Damian Lillard on being called world champions. It's coming up again. He said the NBA champs are world champs. If you take the best team in the NBA, just send them on a tour to play the best league everywhere else, they getting smoked. I don't understand what the debate is. Do you think it's that much of a difference in the skill gap between the best NBA team to whatever the best European team may be?
I think there definitely is that big of a skill difference. I do agree with the statement that the best NBA team will handily beat any other best team in any other league.
Yeah, keeping in mind that may have some European players on that NBA team.
So I mean, it's just a stupid debate at this point because they're not battling for a world championship. I think they can claim best team in the world, but I don't think they can claim world champions.
Yeah, it just seems to be the title. I don't think anyone debates necessarily the skill as much as just the title, because even though it may be incredibly likely, like Alabama playing an FCS school, it hasn't happened. So you can't necessarily claim the title. Jeff, what about you? Any closing thoughts on that? I know we talked a lot, but hearing Dame just I feel like that was kind of the pin in the conversation with Damian Lillard.
I mean, he has a good point, but also you got to realize the future right now, it's a lot of foreign and overseas players coming in. So I don't necessarily think it'd be a blowout each game. I think they'd at least keep it close because of the talent wise that has come upon us, especially in this day and age. You have center shooting threes, spacing the floor, and especially the foreign guys like Nikola Jokic. imagine like playing him, and then I don't know. Like I feel like they'd keep it close, but I do agree. Like if you do have the best NBA team, they would win.
Okay, so we're all in agreement there. And then another comment from him on the Golden State Warriors super team. As far as Golden State, I respect what they've done and doing that at home, but I can't go to be a part of that. They already won 4. Have somebody that plays my position that's behind LeBron, the best player of his era. I lose every year before I'll go there. If I was KD, I wouldn't have joined. So he's basically saying he would have never gone to the Golden State Warriors. Kind of blames KD for joining him. Thoughts on that? Kind of revisiting history. I never even got where you guys stood on KD going over to the Golden State Warriors.
He added the point about KD.
Yep, he added the point. He said, if I was KD, I wouldn't have joined. And he's saying, I would rather lose every single season than to ever have joined the Golden State Warriors today or during that run.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All I heard was the first part, what he said. Like, after that, like on social media, I didn't hear anything else about KD.
It's the full.
It's probably like the whole thing.
Yep, the full thing. And again, that's why it's kind of a little bit of all over the place because he's, it was a podcast form, so he's not super clear points.
For sure.
But yeah, basically summarizing, he'd rather lose every single year than to join Golden State. And if he was KD, he would have never joined them.
I kind of respect what he's saying about not joining just because they were so good and you can have that reputation over KD. They just joined for an easy ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's always going to have those rings, which I'm sure he does not regret at all, but he's never going to lose that reputation until he wins somewhere else. And with them going to the Warriors this year, I don't think that makes sense at all. So that's a completely fair statement.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just curious. That's just weird that he's talking about going to other places right now still, just because I don't know how it really even works at this point of the season. Like how if he can like join new teams right now or be traded. But yeah, that's just interesting that he speaks on that right now.
Yeah, and again, that was in Longford. It was him and a bunch of other players kind of all in that one, so it was kind of all over the place, but again, pretty interesting. And then one more from him, and then we'll kind of hop off the Damian Lillard, or excuse me, not Damian Lillard, this is Gilbert Arenas, and this one just surprised me. Do you guys know Hakeem Olajuwon is charging $50,000 for his workouts?
Really?
And he's going to start working with Giannis, but it's $50,000 for his workout package, and Gilbert Arenas went absolutely ballistic. But before you guys really start kind of judging, I'll give you both sides here. He has worked with numerous NBA stars over the year, including LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard, and right now Sengun. So he has some resume behind him that he's definitely got. But $50,000 is a lot of money.
Was really random.
Yeah, is that fair? I mean, if you're getting top from Hakeem Olajuwon,
I haven't watched Sengun enough. People always talk about
he's
him
pretty good.
being really good.
He's got a lot better since the first year.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't know why he needs that much money still. I feel like he's probably pretty wealthy, but
make it worth his time, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the money and you want to get better, why not?
I kind of laughed out loud, and then
what did Gilbert Arenas say again about?
I don't have. That'd been a long quote. It was like a 5-minute rant. You can find it on social media.
He was mad about it.
Just kind of clowning him. He was basically saying who's going there to learn the hook shot. He's like, no one's learning that old school anymore. He's like, what? And it was basically just 5 minutes of kind of clowning on the price.
Gilbert Arenas is a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. He I don't think you take much from what he says. Very seriously, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe for a big guy like Sengun, I don't know if he has that money to spend right now, but maybe it'll make it worth it because he gets good enough and signs a huge contract. So we'll see. Yeah,
the only thing, again, like I was like, maybe it's worth it, is because I do remember the Kobe Bryant, and everything says his footwork definitely did get significantly better after working out with Hakeem. So maybe there is a little bit of truth to that, but yeah, $50,000 is just a crazy amount. With that being said, though, we do got to go ahead and throw it to our first break. Again, this is the Walk On Weekly. I'm Harrison Arns. We got Sam Hoiberg, Jeff Grace III, both in studio. We'll throw it to break and catch you guys on the other side.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with Roof Credit.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour, an opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual tours of our learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Guys, when I first started with Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, I weighed in at over 300 pounds. Now, less than a year later, I'm under 200 pounds for the first time since high school. I'm stronger, I'm healthier, and it all began with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and guided nutrition coaching to help you reach your fitness goals. Their next 10-week challenge begins on April 8th. If you're wanting to change your life like I have, head to theticketfm.com and click on Enroll Now on the homepage. Plus, get a promo code for a discount just for ticket listeners. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? The worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish. And don't sleep on their sides, shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
Back to Walk On Weekly. Here are your hosts, Sam Hoiberg and Jeff Grace III on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, a little bit of musical chairs there to kind of switch things off. I'm not sure what happened there. But
I want to hear the new audio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we got to get the headset figured out. But yeah, nonetheless, we got a little bit of time here because obviously these guys have some basketball activities to attend to. But nonetheless, I do want to get to a quick more few things here, regarding the NBA. There's been a lot of discussion lately as to what NBA franchise is the hardest location to acquire big-time free agents. And I got one in my head because I did some research to figure out just how bad it's been for them. But for you guys, is there any organization that really sticks out that when it comes to landing big-time acquisitions, they just haven't had the luck? Or necessarily the location to even get those big stars?
I would say Detroit because, I don't know, I haven't heard the best things about Detroit. So I feel like, in just like that area, I feel like it's not like the bad boys anymore. So I don't know, there's a lot of young stars over there. So I don't know if they're looking to develop and where they're trying to go, where they see the future. So I think for me, I would say Detroit.
You got one?
Just from thinking about in the past, I don't think I've ever seen a Charlotte team sign a big time star.
No, I mean really the best one is gonna be a draft player.
Exactly. Because I think back, obviously the Bobcats never did they ever have a star?
I mean,
yeah, Jameer Nelson.
He did,
not really a star though. Kemba Walker, but that's another draft.
Yeah, I'm thinking straight up signing people.
They really haven't had Gordon Hayward kind of when they signed him.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward may be the only one, but Charlotte, just based on their past, I feel like that might be my pick right now. I want to think about that more though.
Okay, I'll give you mine while you think about it. So I was thinking OKC Thunder, and a lot of that is this. They've been building draft picks, but it has been pretty bad. So their best free agent acquisitions that I could look up is a three-way battle between the buyout 37-year-old Derek Fisher, Patrick Patterson with no ACL, and Mike Muscola. That's the best I could find for OKC in the past since probably 2000. So that's just been a place that has not had, that superstar. Yes, they've had stars, but again, draft players.
Paul George, was he traded there?
Yeah, you could throw Paul George in there.
I don't know.
But just because it was such a short run is kind of why I didn't really count it, because they got him, but he left so fast.
He left that year, right?
Yeah, which kind of makes me think you got him, but you couldn't retain him again because it's just a really tough destination for whatever reason.
Yeah, I feel like OKC, it's just weird to think about them like that because they've had so many stars, but they've all been draft players.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And they go.
The signing point, that you just brought up, that's pretty telling. I mean, Mike Muscala is one of the top three. Yeah. Maybe it is them.
I think so. When I was thinking about the other teams, they've all had kind of some shots in there, but OKC was the biggest one I could think of. Looking at the Spurs, that's just kind of a place that has had just at least some decent talent through the years where it's kind of hard for me to really pick on them too much. But other than that, I'm thinking I'm rolling with the Trailblazers. That's my pick for the toughest place to get any sort of talent. I just don't ever hear NBA players really wanting to go to OKC, even when they're in their winning years.
Yeah.
That fell apart super fast, which is kind of crazy to think how good they were.
Mhm.
And despite all that, as soon as James Harden was out of there, the whole thing kind of just started falling apart for him.
I feel like San Antonio NBA players don't want to play there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I forgot who it was, but someone posted on their, I think, Instagram story is just like a view from the hotel room. It just said, hate the city. And it was literally like an away game. So that was just, I don't think guys necessarily want to go to San Antonio, but having Coach Pop there is obviously a draw.
Yeah, he's a guy that always manages, I feel like, to inspire some of the guys to stay. And real quick, last question before we get out of here. Have your guys' thoughts on Victor Wembanyama shifted at all, or how excited are you guys for him?
I have a little insider information, obviously, with Jack, my older brother, being on staff.
That's
there.
right. I don't want you to get him fired, so I'll let you keep that.
Yeah,
close
I don't think this is a fireable offense for saying this, but we were just me and my twin brother were asking him, like, how's he doing? He said it's scary how much better he's gotten.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I might have to adjust.
Whatever that means. Who knows how good he looks when he arrived there, but apparently he's improving. So I'm very excited to watch him play.
Yeah, I wonder I think for him it's just going to be like early on, how does he deal with the size? But I mean, if he's figuring that out, which kind of sounds like if he's looking that much better and he's figuring out how to attack on the NBA court, that could be interesting. Jeff, before we get out of here, your kind of thoughts?
I'm excited. The only thing I hope is that he stays injury free.
Yeah.
And then also, like, how will he be after like getting hit so much
Mm-hmm.
in the chest, like anywhere? Obviously, being in the post, you're gonna get banged up. Sure. So I'm excited to see what happens. And I heard he's playing for the France team.
Yep, he's going to play for France Olympic
that'll be
team.
exciting as well to make it more interesting with everything going on that time. But I'm excited. I think it'll be a good adjustment for him.
Yeah, it will be fun to watch him in the Olympics. But the funny part about that is, though, we've kind of talked about those European teams. He's going to be designated kind of role player. So they're not going to just let him be the superstar. Yeah. But that being said, though, these guys got to get to a basketball team meeting. So we'll let them get out of here. This has been the Walk On Weekly with Sam Hoiberg, Jeff Grace III. I'm Harrison, running the 1s and 2s. We will see you guys next week.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Good seeing you guys.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.